What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. We are back on YouTube. We're a little bit older, the beard's a little bit longer, and today we're gonna talk about how you can go full-time in 2022. Let's do it. So if you didn't know, I've got a company called Furr Creative where we do mostly video work, and I'm doing that full-time, and this past year just hired my first full-time employee. Now in 2017 when I started this, it was kind of out of necessity. I was doing some video work but ended up just having to jump into it full-time and go for it. I learned a lot along the way, definitely made some mistakes, and that's where some of this is coming from today. And hopefully I can get you guys a head start and maybe keep you from making some of the mistakes that I did along the way. All in all, I was surprised at how fast the company grew, how quickly I became successful at it, at least in my own eyes. And really, I'm just super thankful for how everything has gone. And now I just want to share some of those experiences with you. So let's jump right into it. Number one, do good work. That seems pretty simple. Hopefully most of us are trying to do that anyway, but I see so many times that people are jumping into buying a bunch of gear, trying to get clients all before they even have a good handle on how to use their camera or have the skills that they need to actually do what they're trying to do. You're taking a lot of responsibility on yourself when you're bringing on clients and you're making videos for them and try to represent their brand in the right way. So do the work ahead of time. There are so many resources out there. YouTube, honestly, one of the biggest ones, and costs you absolutely nothing but time to do research on your own equipment, techniques for filming, and everything you need to know to make good videos. One of the biggest things is don't fall into the trap of simply needing to upgrade to the next camera, the next piece of equipment that's more expensive that you feel like is gonna make your videos better. It is so easy to do. I've been there. I feel like we've all probably been there, but in essence, we all know that you have to learn how to use your equipment. And we've all seen videos that were filmed even on an iPhone that rival some high-end cinema cameras when it comes down to the lack of skill or the skill of the cinematographer. Number two, don't be a jerk. That feels pretty ridiculous to have to say that, but the truth is some of us just aren't people. If that makes sense. You've got to learn how to work with people. You've got to be friendly. You've got to make people enjoy the process of working with you. And that's been one huge thing that I've tried to do. Regardless of how professional I feel I need to be, I still want to really be relatable. I want to get to know the clients. I want the clients to enjoy spending time with us and creating those projects. And that has gone such a long way in retaining clients and finding new clients. It's also really easy to get your mind stuck in the way of wanting to do a project the way you want to do it and ignoring what the client wants or needs. In the end, you have to remember that you're there to serve the client. Number three, practice. Yes, none of us like it. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of work. But the best way to be successful for your clients is to practice beforehand. So take the time before you jump into doing client work to work on some of your own projects. We've all got our own ideas of things that we can do. Maybe you can do a product shoot for something that you like. It doesn't even have to be commissioned by the company. By doing this, you're just gonna improve your skills. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes on your own that would have been made in front of a client. And trust me, those are always better to be made on your own projects, so you can learn and just polish up a little bit before you take on someone else's project. Number four, don't neglect the business. This is pretty easy to do since we are creatives and generally we're maybe not organized. Maybe we're not great with finances. Maybe we just don't enjoy it, which is fine, but these things are a necessity if you want your business to grow and be sustainable long term. Probably the best thing I did when I first started the company was to hire an accountant, because I straight up just don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to more detailed financial things. And rather than letting that go and ending up in trouble later, it was completely worth it to hire somebody who's a professional in their field and I can trust is doing the right thing. Number 5, and probably one of the biggest, is to work your contacts. Honestly, I've been doing this full time for 5 years now, and basically every bit of work that I've had has been word of mouth. It's been somebody I know that then turns into someone else that they know that I get introduced to, and really just networking and working those contacts. And don't be afraid to aim high. I've gotten some clients that I never would have thought that I would be able to get to just through I know this person that knows this person, and having that initial contact rather than just being a cold call or a cold email that gets ignored 99% of the time.
Bud Liquor, our prices have never been lower.
Ding. I was able to get in those conversations and talk about what we could offer those clients, and ended up working with them repeatedly. So don't underestimate the time that you spend making those connections. Number 6, turn projects into contracts. Now, this has been super beneficial for us that we end up getting into retainer situations or contracts with people that we've done individual projects with for a while. It ends up benefiting us because we have more consistent work, more consistent income. It also benefits the client because we can put together package pricing that gives them an advantage over individual project pricing. Not to mention, being able to prove ourselves to those clients over time has definitely earned us a good reputation with them, which has carried on to the contacts that they've given to us. Number 7, delegate. I absolutely suck at this. For me, and I'm sure for a lot of us, this is one of the absolute hardest things to do, because in this creative field, everything feels so personal. It feels like your own taste, your own style, and it's so hard to bring other people into that process. Whether that's a person from the company who's in charge of marketing, or it's people who you bring on to work with you, you really have to get used to that collaborative process and open up to other people's ideas, because in the end, I've learned that every time you do that, all of those ideas coming together are gonna make a better final product than if you hold on to everything with a closed fist and do it all yourself. Number 8, and the last one here today, never stop growing. There are unlimited resources out there, from YouTube, places like Skillshare, and just working and collaborating with other people, that you can always be learning. Because if any of us think we've arrived and we're doing things perfectly, we're lying to ourselves, and honestly, we'll just become stagnant. Always be evaluating, always be growing, always be working on your craft. So a quick recap: do good work, don't be a jerk, practice and shoot your own projects, don't neglect the business, work your contacts, and don't be afraid to aim high. Turn projects into contracts, delegate, and most of all, never stop growing. So that's just a little bit of what I've learned. Hopefully some of that will help you on your way to becoming full-time. So thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time. That's all I need, right? And today we're gonna talk about that. But we're gonna talk about some stuff today. Nope, that was stupid. And subscribe to, I haven't done that for a long time. Holy cow. Okay, number. And if you, yes. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. Golly. That'll work. See how it goes.